Hello class, today I will be teaching about the topic on organization and physical setup of OT. So this topic is from a new unit, that is unit number 30 from medical surgical, and this topic is for BSc second years. So before we go into OT, so let us see what is the definition of OT. Okay, so OT, it is a facility, operation theatre, or OT, it is a facility within the hospital. Okay, it is a part of the hospital where the surgical operations are carried out in a sterile environment. So all the surgical management, ठीक है, जो भी surgeries होता है वो OT के अंदर ही होता है और ये sterile procedures are to be followed. Next, what are the essentials required for OT? Okay, so to make an OT, okay, to construct an OT, okay, what are the essentials required? What are the things that we require in an OT? Okay, so first we have to see with the location within the hospital. ठीक है, hospital में कौन सी location पे OT construct करना है? Maybe in the ground floor, it can be in the first floor, it can be in the third floor. ठीक है, it can be next to the surgical ward. Okay, so it depends, depending upon the location. Next, quantity. Okay, so how many OTs should be there? What is the quantity of the OT? Okay, it can be neuro OT, it can be minor OT. Okay, so there are many OTs. Next, size of the OT. Okay, you have to see within the OT what is the size of the room. Okay, within the scrub room, the dressing room, the changing room. What are the size? Okay, these all should have information. Next, what is the design of the OT? So this also is very important. And what are the equipments required? So these are some of the essentials which are required for OT. Now coming to the parameters for operation theatre. First, we have to avoid hospital traffic. ठीक है? So we have to मतलब ज़्यादा congested नहीं होना चाहिए. Before going into the OT, the door should be big. It should not be congested. Okay, जो passage है going to the OT, it should not be narrow. It should be wide. Okay, so that there will be no congestion. There will be no problem in transferring patients from OT to ward, from ward to OT. Next, avoid outdoor noise. Okay, so the OT should be soundproof. Okay, the walls of the OT should be soundproof. There should be no extra noise in the OT from outside. Next, keep a provision for future expansion. Next, sliding doors होना चाहिए, smooth non-slippery floors होना चाहिए to avoid any complications like fracture or falls. ठीक है, easy access to the department, मतलब the OT should be near the wards or it should be near the labs. Okay, and there should be proper passage, there should be proper doors, there should be proper way or direction to go to the walls or go to the floors. Next, provision for high efficiency autoclave. So the जो भी सामान आते हैं हमारी OT में, okay, all these articles they are sterile, right? And how they are being sterile? It is being by using the machine called autoclaving. Okay, so autoclaving, it is a method for making the articles sterile. So autoclaving, the room for autoclaving also should be very near to the OT. Radiology film illuminators, these should be present, and emergency communication system. Okay, so these all should be present within the OT. Next, it should be easy accessible to surgical ward. Okay, so if there's any complication in surgical ward, then patient can be transferred to OT easily. Or from OT, after the surgery, the patient can be transferred to the surgical ward. Next, it should be accessible to location of blood bank. Okay, so proper access होना चाहिए to the blood bank. Next, to the CSSD department, that is the sterile department where they store all the sterile equipment. Proximity of diagnostics such as radiology, pathology, and ICU. So these are some of the units or departments that the OT should be accessible. Next, coming to the location, so maximum 6 suites in one OT complex should be preferably in the ground floor. Easy access to CSSD, sterilization unit, emergency and surgical ward. Third, maximum protection from the sun, from the sounds, heat and wind. Next, there should be independent of general traffic flow. वही है कि there should be no congestion, okay, and easy access to other areas of OT. That is about the location. Now coming to the size, the general OT unit 18 by 18 or 40 square meter होना चाहिए. Super specialist OT unit should be 60 square meters. Additional rooms should be present, like for keeping the machines like heart lung machine, C-arm machine, etc. And paired OTs help in proper utilization of instruments and equipment. So there should be specific rooms for keeping the sterile equipment. There should be specific room for keeping the machines. Okay, it should not be the OT. It should not be very congested. Next, coming to the design. Okay, so it has major operating room, जहाँ main operation होता है, surgery होता है. Next, there should be a recovery room, post-operative ward. Next, there should be a sub-sterilizing area where the articles are to be washed. After the surgery, articles should be washed and should be sent for sterilization. Sterile instrument supply and storage. Proper storage of the sterile instruments should be there. Scrub area होना चाहिए, where they perform hand hygiene and prepare all the sterile gowns. Then cleanup area, male dressing room होना चाहिए, female dressing room होना चाहिए, nursing station and a wheel stretcher area. Okay, so there should be specific room also जहाँ stretchers रखते हैं, so that it will be easy to transfer the patient outside to the wards and from the wards to the OT also. Next, in OT there are 3 zones. One is zone 1, zone 2 and zone 3. So these are some specific zones that are present in the OT. And these are: number 1, zone 1. It is called outer zone or unsterile zone. Okay, so it is not very strict, okay, and it is not sterile area. It is the outer zone. This zone avoids the exposure to contaminate areas after changing into surgical attire. So this area, this zone, okay, zone 1, it is non-sterile area. It is a non-restricted zone, and here the after exposure to the contaminants, the people or the doctors or the nurses should should avoid this zone. Next, zone 2 is called middle or intermediate zone or semi-restricted area. It should be in between the two. It should be between zone 1 and it should be between zone 2. This should be large to receive the supplies for surgery. This area, the zone area, should be a very big area so that it will receive the supplies. Next is the third zone. It is also called the innermost zone or is the sterile area. So it is the area where sterility should be maintained. So classification of OT. OT is classified or is based on extent of surgery involved, type of service provided, sharing of OT, and urgency situation. So number 1 is extent of surgery. These are the classification of OT. So number 1 is based on the extent of surgery involved. It can be minor OT or it can be major OT. All the minor cases can be done in minor OT, whereas the major cases like brain surgery or any surgery of the bones, okay, orthopedic surgery, all these should be done in major OT. Next, type of service provided, okay, outpatient OT or inpatient OT. Next, sharing of OT, okay, there can be one specific OT for orthopedic, or it can be one specific OT for general surgery, for renal surgery, or for gynae surgery. Okay, so but there can be 2 types. One is decentralized. Decentralized meaning that there can one OT for many cases also can take place. For neurosurgery, orthopedic, CTBS, ENT, eye, general surgery, gynec and renal. And second is centralized. Centralized means it is a center, so many surgeries can performed in this centralized OT. Whereas in decentralized, it is specific. Okay, specific ENT OT होना चाहिए, specific eye OT होना चाहिए, gynae OT होना चाहिए, general OT होना चाहिए. So these are some specific OTs. Next, urgency situation, emergency OT. Okay, any emergency cases, any road traffic accident. Okay, so all those cases can be done in emergency OT. And second is elective OT. Elective OT matlab which is prepared or planned beforehand. Okay, so for cases of cesarean section. Okay, so or any other surgeries which is planned by the doctor beforehand. Now coming to the staffing of OT. OT staffing is based on the total number of hours of cases, the number of cases operated per day, type of cases, the nature of cases, prescribed norms and policies and procedures. What are the benefits of good staffing? Okay, there should be proper staffing in the OT, or else all the staffs will be exhausted and overburdened. So the benefits of good staffing are as follows. It improves the patient outcome. Okay, it lowers the mortality rate, it increases OT efficiency, it reduces the patient waiting time for surgery, and there is a balanced workload among the staff, among the doctors, among the nursing staff, among the OT technicians, among the housekeeping staff also. So proper staffing or good staffing होना चाहिए so as to avoid overburden, okay, of the staff, to decrease mortality rate, to increase OT efficiency, to improve the patient's condition. Now coming to the staffing pattern of OT. So this is the staffing pattern, OT in charge. Okay, so under it we'll have the nursing staff, the operating staff and the support staff. Within the nursing staff, there is a scrub nurse, there is a circulating nurse, and there is also a procurement nurse. Okay, then under the support staff, there is the anesthetist, there is the technicians and the helpers. And operating staff, we have the chief surgeon, we have the support surgeon and the perfusionist. So these are some of the staffing members or the staff members of OT. Now coming to the members of OT team. So OT in charge, so like I said, OT in charge, operating consultant, collaborating surgeon, scrub nurse, circulating nurse, anesthetist होना चाहिए, perfusionist, OT technician, pre-recovery staff, post-recovery staff, sterilization staff, housekeeping, store keepers, okay, and helping staff. Now coming to the role of a nurse in OT. So pre-operative check for the availability of materials for surgery, psychological preparation of the patient होना चाहिए, follow the correct aseptic techniques, sterile procedures should be maintained, for position of the patient should be given properly, proper administration of medication, okay, as per the policies, delivering of high quality of patient care should be given by the nurse, nursing care based on evidence-based practice, participate in risk assessment and reporting, then assess, plan, implement and evaluate the care of the patient, maintain the resources, proper storage होना चाहिए, proper indent, articles को indent, they should indent it beforehand, okay, organize and prioritize the workload, then support other staff in maintaining health. We should also support the housekeeping staff, also support the doctors also in case of any burden overload. Now coming to the principles of OT attire. So there are some principles that we have to follow in OT. Okay, all staffs must change to the OT attire. So they should not wear their own clothes, so they should wear OT clothes. Then aware of the dress policy. They should be aware of the dress policy. Okay, should in case of any radiation to be given to the patient during surgery, then they should wear lead jackets. Then no one should go out after change into the OT attire. After wearing OT clothes, nobody should go out of the OT. They must change the attire if any soiling occurs. So if there's any, if the clothes are contained with blood, or if there's any spilling of blood in their clothes or any body fluids, then they should change their OT clothes. Then it focuses on maintaining asepsis. So sterile techniques, sterility should be maintained, and safety spectacles should be worn when required. So the glasses, the goggles, or the spectacles, they should be worn by the nurses also. So these are some of the general principles that are to be followed in the OT. So you can see this is the picture we have. So there are many staff members here. Okay, so like I said, there is scrub nurse, there is a circulatory nurse, assistant surgeon, there's a chief surgeon, the main surgeon, then there's a monitor, one anesthesiologist. Okay, then we have some technicians also. Now surgical attire. What are the attires that have to be worn in the OT, or what are the clothes, or what are the OT clothes? So you must be aware because you have been in OT, okay, during your postings in the hospital, you have been posted in OT, so you must know what are the attires or what are the clothes. So one is the scrub suit, okay, then cap, hoods, shoe cover, mask, gowns, and gloves. Principles of wearing sterile gown. Okay, so these all have been explained to you during your practical. Okay, so there are some principles that you have to follow wearing a sterile gown, and also there are some principles on how to wear the sterile gloves. Okay, so that we have come to the end of the topic for today. So I hope this is clear. Okay, this is about the organization and physical setup of the OT. So I hope this is clear. Thank you, class.